Well, latest images coming in of Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacting with members of Apni party, the newly formed political party in Jammu and Kashmir. On his right is Apni party chief Altaf Bukhari, with whom Republic TV spoke just a while ago. Prime Minister Modi has met Altaf Bukhari and other top leaders of Apni party. In fact, Altaf Bukhari, who spoke to Republic TV, said that one of the major concerns is restoring statehood. And that is exactly what he has also pointed out to my colleague Himanshu, with whom he spoke a while ago, said that this is something that he is going to pick up with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. More importantly, remember, this is an assurance that was actually given by Union Home Minister Amit Shah on the floor of the Parliament, and that's exactly what has been reiterated by Altaf Bukhari, where Altaf Bukhari essentially saying that restoration of statehood becomes one of the key agenda. In fact, when the party was actually launched in Srinagar, this is exactly what Altaf Bukhari had said, that one of the top agenda would be restoring statehood, and then certainly the domicile rights, land rights as well as job safeguarding them becomes a crucial part of this party that has been formed recently, which is led by Altaf Bukhari, former PDP minister. Along with him, several other leaders have also joined, coming in from various parties like the National Conference as well as Congress. Roughly about 30 to 40 leaders have joined this new party. But this party has also drawn some flack from the opposition leaders. In fact, you've had Ghulam Nabi Azad, who's actually hit out at Apni party, saying these agency parties will essentially not last.
वो क्या बोलते? उन्होंने 70 साल लोगों को बोला कि हम ऑटोनॉमी और सेल्फ रूल की बात, ये तो उनको सेफ हाउसेस में रखा गया था. उनको अगर वो सड़कों पे आते तो लोग तो उनको चलने नहीं देते. हमारा मानना है कि एजेंसियों ने तो उनके लिए काम किया, उनको अंदर रखे.
तो आपको क्या लगता है, धारा 370 हटना, केंद्र सरकार का केंद्र शासित राज्य बनाना जम्मू कश्मीर को किस तरीके से देखते हैं?
नहीं, देखिए, 370 हटाया गया, वो तो अभी अंडर चैलेंज है. अभी कुछ नहीं कहा जा सकता है सुप्रीम कोर्ट क्या डिसीजन देगा. तो बाकी ये यूटी स्टेटहुड हमारी छीनना, ये तो बिल्कुल सरासर गलत है. हम तो कहते हैं हमें वापस फौरन किया जाए. आज प्रधानमंत्री से भी यही बात हुई और प्रधानमंत्री ने आश्वासन दिया कि ये कंप्लीट हो जाए, उसके बाद ज़रूर हम वादाबंद है कि हम आपको स्टेट वापस.
आपको क्या लगता है कि यदि केंद्र शासित प्रदेश रहेगा तो क्या वहां का विकास नहीं हो सकता?
नहीं, मैं विकास की बात नहीं करता हूं. देखिए, हर एक स्टेट, हर एक राज्य के लोग चाहते हैं कि हमारा अपना स्टेट हो. तो हमारी तो सबसे पुरानी स्टेट थी, इसलिए इसमें ये नहीं है कि डेवलपमेंट हो या नहीं हो. हम तो मानते हैं स्टेट वापस, हमारा हक है स्टेट वापस होना.
Let me go across to our Srinagar Bureau Chief Zeenat, joining us on the phone line. Zeenat, the latest now coming in, Apni party chief Altaf Bukhari met the Prime Minister. In fact, we're given to understand that he's going to speak to Home Minister Amit Shah also. But this party essentially is drawing a lot of flack because largely perceived as an agency-created party.
See, Shravan, this is what Ghulam Nabi Azad said in today's presser, that the agencies come, they create different parties, and the parties have very little role, and such parties that the government believes that they can run the state, and that's a fallacy. But at the same time, if you see, just last week on Sunday, Altaf Bukhari launched, along with 24 members, he launched his own party called Apni Party, and the promises that he is making to the people is that restoration of statehood. We talk about the unemployment, economical crisis or other things. And when I asked him that, are you promising moon and stars? That time he was very clear, no, I'm not promising moon and stars, but yes, we are going to work as far as the common man's needs are concerned. And today, after meeting Prime Minister Modi in Delhi, while speaking to Republic, he's again repeating the same thing. But at the same time, if you go through the presser, the joint presser of the GO Farooq Abdullah and Azad, because Azad came all the way from Delhi to meet Farooq Abdullah, who was just released yesterday, and the GO had a closed-door meet for around 2 hours where they discussed the situation post-abrogation Article 370. But at the same time, Azad also said that the political process needs to be restored. New political governments need to come in first, and those parties should be given chance who are being represented and the people who will vote for them. So you should have an elected elected government. But will that elected government be possible? Because at the same time, both Azad and Farooq Abdullah are clearly demanding the restoration not only of statehood, but they are demanding the release of all the political leaders. And if you talk about the political leaders ambit, then you have Farooq Abdullah, who was just released yesterday, but at the same time Umar Abdullah or Mehbooba, or for that matter, number of political workers, leaders of National Conference, or we talk about the PDP or the National Congress. So there have been the demands about the statehood, there have been the demand, the restoration of the political process, there has been the demand of the political release of the political leaders. But will the government act on that? Because releasing Farooq Abdullah has given hope to the political parties and its leaders. Yes, the next will be Umar as well as Mehbooba. But we need to see when that will happen and how these parties will take their political activities further. Because earlier because if you talk about the stand of National Conference, we have been seeing they have been demanding the restoration of autonomy. That is there in their
Right.
in their books as well. But at the same time, if you go to the PDP, they have something another in mandate. Simultaneously, we need to see after the abrogation of Articles 370 and 35A, and now you don't have the statehood, how will these political parties actually work on ground? And the newly created party by Altaf Bukhari, will it attract commoners? Will it attract commoners or not? That needs to be seen, because J&K politics is taking turn every day.
Zeenat, a quick question. Zeenat, sorry to interrupt you, but before I let you go, just one quick question with regards to people who are joining this political party. What are you essentially picking up? Are you looking at more political leaders from National Conference as well as a PDP would be joining this party, or this is once again limited to the handful here?
See, Sean, if we look into the politics and the political parties here, definitely Altaf Bukhari has been able to manage people from PDP, because the PDP is left with, along with Mehbooba Mufti, just 8 in number. They have reduced. But when we talk about the National Conference, apart from Vijay Bakaya, who had a very, very, very minuscule role in National Conference, who was not a leader that way, he has joined Altaf Bukhari. But yes, from National Conference till now, we talk about the main faces of National Conference. No. National Conference stands intact. So we have not seen anybody coming from the National Conference and joining Altaf Bukhari. But simultaneously, if we talk about the numbers, the faces that Altaf Bukhari is having, yes, no doubt they have their roles in PDP. They are the known faces. But after the abrogation of Article 370, we need to understand things on ground have completely changed. Because this is more like there had been a lot of issues with the Delhi. The commoners are not comfortable after that. 370 was abrogated, or the statehood was just looking for the statehood and other things. But at the same time, people have still that anger within. But when the political parties will go for elections, we need to see how people will vote. If they vote in mass, political pundits here do believe that definitely these parties won't exist at all if the people came out in large. But yes, if the voting remains very low, definitely Altaf Bukhari had some chance. But at the same time, we have been covering Jammu Kashmir like anything. We know how the mood of people turns after every hour. So we need to wait. We can't make any speculations here. But at the same time, now even the national main faces of Jammu Kashmir politics, like Farooq Abdullah, who has always been a magician with a magical wand in his hand, will people go back to National Conference? Because if we see, National Conference has a very, very strong cadre, and the cadre is intact. So in fact, we should not make any speculations that people will go to Altaf Bukhari or something. We need to wait and see how.
Well, thank you very much, Zeenat, for getting us the latest. This undoubtedly is a welcome move where you have a political party that has been launched in Jammu and Kashmir, but challenges still remain.